Hi everyone, this is going to be a video that covers ColourPop's new Summer 2015 colors and products. So for Summer 2015, ColourPop has two quote-unquote collections or sets, one for eyeshadows and one for the lippy sticks. And then on top of that, they have some new additions in terms of just single shadow pigments and also a whole set of bronzers. In addition, there are also 5 separate or individual lippy sticks, and then I believe 2 individual blushes. I'm not showing those in this video. In this video, I'm going to cover the 2 collections or sets, all of the new eyeshadows, and one of the new bronzers. I just chose a shade that I thought would match with my skin tone. But I may be reviewing the other shades and products on allurabeauty.com in the future, so just keep an eye out for that. And as always, of course, there are reviews with photos and swatches of all of the things that I will show you in this video. Those reviews are put up after I fully test everything out, whereas in this video, it's more of a first impressions and a swatch video to show you the true colors for each item. Alright, I hope that you subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't checked out my most recent video covering what's new in beauty for a bunch of new beauty products, then make sure you go check that out also. Alright, let's get looking at these ColourPop Summer 2015 colors. So for Summer 2015, there are 2 sort of sets, or as ColourPop calls them, 2 collections, and they both come in this kind of box with the same design. And the boxes slide out like this. So here's what the Sundays in Silverlake set looks like when you get it out of the box. So these are the 6 lippy sticks shades that you get in the Sundays in Silverlake set. And this collection costs $30. Here's the shade Ace. Here's the shade Parker. This shade is Cella. Next is Thirsty. This shade is Pasties. And this shade is Cougar. Ace is a light warm pink. It has a cream finish. Parker is a mid-toned warm nude. And it has a matte finish. Cella is a mid-toned, bright, peachy coral with a cream finish. Thirsty is a cool-toned berry pink with a satin finish. Pasties is a bright, cool-toned magenta with a hyper-glossy finish. And Cougar is a bright pinky red with a matte finish. Alright, here are the 6 lippy sticks shade that come with the Sundays in Silverlake collection. And next up we'll take a look at the Mondays in Malibu collection, which has 6 different Super Shock shadows, and this also retails for $30. And here are the 6 shades that you get in the collection. This shade is Gecko, Snake Bite, Sand Swoon, Prickly Pear, Mirage, and Hot Tamale. Gecko is a soft, opalescent, silvery green with pink duochrome. That's ColourPop's description. I'm not sure that, at least in this light, I see much green in this shade. I see mostly gray, silver, and a little bit of subtle opalescent pinky violet. Snakebite is a mid-toned warm gold. It has an ultra-metallic finish. Sand Swoon is a true pastel pink, softly sprinkled with gold flecks. It has a satin luxe finish. Prickly Pear is a warm toned plum with tons and tons of gold and pink glitter. has a metallic finish. Mirage is a soft sage green with a champagne gold sheen. And Hot Tamale is a reddish brown with soft copper sparkles. And this has a satin luxe finish. Alright, here are the 6 Mondays in Malibu shadow shades. You can of course apply these with your fingers. In fact, if you're just dabbing on the lid, sometimes that works better, but these all applied very well also with a brush. Okay, so here are the 6 new individual eyeshadows released for this season. You can see that this one here has sort of melted and crumbled, which is really strange because the ColourPop shadow pigment formula is like a cream. So it shouldn't function exactly like a powder where it would break, but I don't know if it was temperature or something, but yeah, it looks really messed up there. It'll swatch and function just fine, but that's kind of why it looks the way that it does. And as with all of ColourPop's individual eyeshadows, these cost $5 each. This shade is Shark Attack. This shade is Plunge. Here is Coconut. Next up is High Tide. This is Flipper. And this is Millionaire. So Shark Attack is a mid-toned warm coral with a gold duochrome finish. And this has a pearlized formula. Next is Plunge, which is a light warm beige with a golden sheen. This has a pearlized formula. Here's Coconut, which is a bright peacock teal with a pearlized formula. Here's High Tide, which is a pale champagne gold, again with a pearlized formula. Here's Flipper, which is a soft tangerine with silver and pink glitter. This has a metallic formula. And here is Millionaire, which is a warm bronze with tons of gold and multicolored glitter. And this is also a metallic formula. Okay, so there are your 6 new Summer 2015 shadow pigment shades. And then there are a total of 6 bronzing shades, all suited for different undertones and skin depths. And like with all of ColourPop's cheek products or cheek colors, these are $8 each. And the shade I chose for myself is Skinny Dip. So Skinny Dip is a warm tan with a matte finish. And it's good for fair to light skin tones. And I chose this because I do have light skin and I do prefer something with a yellowish undertone, at least when it comes to bronzing, because my skin does have yellow undertones. Now, you can, of course, apply this with your fingers, but usually even if I apply cheek products from ColourPop with my fingers, I still go back and buff it in with a brush to get a smooth layer of color. And you could even put it on the lids as an eyeshadow if you wanted to. Here's a heavier swatch of what the shade looks like. So there is Skinny Dip for you. I definitely would recommend this if you're close to my skin tone, which is an NC20 skin color. Alright, so there's a look at what's new in ColourPop's line. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I really think that ColourPop mostly deserves the hype that surrounds it. I really love the cream powder hybrid formula that they have for all of their eye and cheek products. It just makes for such a lightweight application that blends beautifully. And for the eyes, they are surprisingly long wearing. Usually cream products don't last as long or they crease sooner than powder products, but that's just not the case with this ColourPop formula, which I love. I'm not as familiar with their lip products, so I will be doing more testing out of those and giving you my final thoughts in the written review, but the colors are definitely pigmented for all of the shades. Alright, I hope this was helpful to you. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch. I'll see you in the next video. My sort of concluding overall thought is that it is a decent collection, but it's not that amazing. I think that previous summer collections have been more impressive. In particular, the Allura Aquatic collection comes to mind. So there are some more disappointing parts of the collection, like I think these bronzers and sort of the Volux Pearl Fusion Shadow Trios